Alright, so if you're watching this video, you probably have been struggling with kind of like eating issues and you kind of been like really skinny for a majority of your life and you're trying to change that. And I mean, personally, I've gone through this experience multiple times where I've had like actual like health and stomach issues. And I'm pretty much just gonna share a little bit of my experience and kind of like try and give y'all some game on like ways to kind of get out of that like kind of shitty area where you can't really eat a lot of food and you're kind of just like skinny. And I mean, by no means am I like super big. Like, I mean, I got a little bit of muscle on me, but like, I've gained 30 pounds in a few, like, from September to now, which is so from September, from September 2025 to like now, I've gained like 30 pounds. And for majority of 2025, I hit like record lows of like 115 pounds. And that's like the lowest I've ever been in my life. But I was having a lot of stomach issues. Doctors couldn't really find out what it was. I was kind of just like struggling. So I'm gonna give y'all just basically what helped me a lot of the time when I was having those type of struggles. And number one is pretty much trying to find stuff that you eat and not really stressing. I just not the biggest thing that helped, like, besides the food and all that stuff, is not really stressing about it, because it kind of becomes like a loop. Like, oh, I'm stressing about this, damn, I can't eat, I can't do that. And that's gonna fuck up with your appetite even more than just like you trying to figure out how to fix it. So a big thing is kind of just like trying to shift your brain, just like, okay, I'm having this issue. What can I do to solve it? That's one thing. So just trying to fix your mentality towards things. And I know it's difficult and it might even be depressing, but if you can try and shift your mentality, everything else will come afterwards. But now on to like the actual like things that I did. Number one is I tried to be active, and that might seem a little bit counterproductive because at least in my head I was like, oh, I can't go running, I can't be physically active, I can't work out too hard because oh, I'm gonna lose more weight, blah blah blah. But actually, it helped me build more of an appetite because I was physically exhausting myself, and I kind of needed the food to function. But if that doesn't really work for you and you're worried about excuse me, worried about kind of like losing more weight rapidly or and stuff like that, you can also do the second thing that I did was kind of just making smoothies. Smoothies are actually like really fucking cool because like you can just kind of dump a lot of shit that you like if you don't really. So what I did personally, right, and this is some advice I got from this one girl when I was going to the doctor. So shout out her. You can just kind of put protein powder into your shakes or whatever, and you can just dump a bunch of shit that you like. Personally, I'm a big fan of like fruit and stuff like that, so I would put blueberries and I put peanut butter and I put like oats and just the generic shit, milk obviously. Just put all that shit in a blender, blend it up, and that would be like a good amount of calories, and it's not as heavy as eating a whole last meal, and it's easier because it's just liquid. At least in my experience. I don't know about yours, and if you're having a lot of issues just consuming food, uh, I apologize, but I think as opposed to eating full meals, drinking smoothies is way easier. So that's definitely one thing. That's also a tip used for just bulking in general. So if you're just trying to gain weight to gain muscle and shit like that, that's just another thing you can do. It's a cheat code is for just kind of gaining weight. Um, the third thing I did though was just kind of brute forcing it, honestly. Not to the point of like throwing up, for instance, but I had I would just try and build past my level of like comfort a little bit, and just like slowly over time it pushed my appetite further and further because like a lot of things, you can train your stomach. Another thing that can help when it comes to just like eating things that kind of increase your stomach capacity is eating lettuce. And I know lettuce isn't very appealing to the majority of people, but that's one type of food that like actually expands your stomach and makes it easier to you know, eat a lot more and get more calories and shit. But yeah, no. Overall, it is as much of a mental battle as a physical battle. I would say the mental aspect is honestly the most important part. Now, of course, you obviously want to do the physical things because you can't just imagine, oh, I'm gonna get fat. Oh, uh-oh. But you need to kind of be in that mentality of like, okay, I want to eat better. I want to like be better. I want to feel better because I feel like mentally things come first before they like come physically because at least in my head I was for a while I'm like, damn, I wish I could eat like a glutton. I wish I could like eat like a big person. Like I wish I could be fat pretty much. And now I can pretty much eat whatever I want and then some. So I'm content with it personally, but you know, those are like the big like 3 or 4 things that I try to do to like increase my stomach capacity because being skinny and being kind of like sick is kind of just it's just shitty. No, and I look back at pictures and I'm like, damn, bro, I was skinny as fuck. But yeah, no. Um, Once you're actually able to start eating though, I would recommend exercising because you don't want it all to just turn into fat, one, and two, it also just kind of it helps you put on muscle quicker, not muscle, but like at least in my experience, I feel like it's helped me put on weight faster because I'm like building muscle and shit, you know. Muscle's heavier than fat. It's better to have than fat. You're healthy. There's just no reason not to work out once you start we're able to start eating. But yeah, no, that's kind of just my 2 cents. I know this is very off topic, but I don't know why. I just kind of I had the feeling to talk about this. When it comes to like regular shit that I post on my channel, like I know I haven't really been streaming or making persona videos or anything like that. I'm sorry, JR. I'm sorry, Ava. Um, I don't know. I've kind of just been in this like limbo. Like I don't really want to make normal content anymore. I'm just kind of like over it. But I do want to finish Persona. I just haven't really been in the mood because I've been trying to like explore and do other things, but I don't know. I'll get back to it when I get back to it. I do enjoy streaming, but I guess I've just been since like when I was posting super consistently on TikTok for like 3 months or something like that, and I gained a bunch of like I gained a decent amount of followers and I was getting like a consistent like couple hundred to like thousands of views on my videos. I kind of just like haven't taken a real like super long break. I also feel like I was really motivated by like, oh, I need to do this to survive to the point where like I kind of burnt myself out of it. So I just really haven't been feeling the content stuff. But I mean, I don't know. That's kind of just where I'm at mentally with all like the content creation shit. But I don't know. I'll figure it out. Oh, I'm fucking tired. I just woke up. But yeah. Um, Last bit of advice, I guess, is just try and stay positive, because you know, mental is enormous in everything in life. So yeah, no, that's all I got for you. So I hope that helps with your food and eating issues. I know it is terrible to go through. I mean, I've gone through it for multiple years. It's not good, but the light at the end of the tunnel is always worth the walk in the darkness. Is the best way I could put it. So yeah, see you, man. Good luck. I believe in you. Okay.